Check this out. Check it out.
Children in Gaza are witnessing the unimaginable. I was standing here when 3 bombs went off, this boy says. I carried a decapitated body with my own hands. Thousands had come to this school in the Jabalia refugee camp in the north to seek shelter. Overnight, it was hit by an airstrike. The Israeli military says it's looking into what happened. Residents in Gaza say nowhere is safe.
Since when has it become normal to strike shelters? You walk on the street, you're hit, and while you're carrying the body to bury, they strike us.
This video, released by the Palestine Red Crescent, claims to show the aftermath of airstrikes on the Al-Quds hospital. The aid group says last week it had received warnings from Israeli authorities to immediately evacuate the facility. The Israeli military is escalating its ground invasion of Gaza City, now fully encircled. Up to 400,000 civilians remain here, according to US officials. Israel says it has warned them repeatedly to leave. On Saturday, it opened a key road for 3 hours to allow people to get out, but many were too afraid. This was central Gaza on Saturday, an Israeli airstrike at a refugee camp killing at least 7 people from one family. Reports too that dozens have been killed in an assault on the Maghazi refugee camp, also in central Gaza. And this is Khan Yunis, the main city in the south. Thousands have fled here from the north, and still it has not been spared from Israeli strikes. Scenes like these fueling global outrage, but calls for a ceasefire rejected by the US.
It's our view that a ceasefire now would simply leave Hamas in place, able to regroup and repeat what it did on October 7th.
Speaking in Jordan following talks with Arab leaders, Secretary of State Antony Blinken instead reaffirming US support for humanitarian pauses to protect civilians, he said, and get aid in, while still enabling Israel to achieve its goal of defeating Hamas. Still, he spoke again about the impact on children.
When I see a Palestinian boy or girl pulled from the wreckage of a building, it hits me in the gut, just as it hits everyone in the gut. And I see my own children in their faces. And as human beings, how can any of us not feel the same way?
Antony Blinken also reaffirming US support for Israel and its right to self-defence, while his Jordanian counterpart said this.
The killings must stop, the war crimes must stop, and the immunity of Israel from international law must stop.
Those sentiments echoed by the Egyptian foreign minister.
The unfortunate killing events in Gaza cannot be justified. This cannot be a legitimate self-defense at all.
Israel has vowed to destroy Hamas following last month's attack, which killed more than 1,400 people. The group is designated a terrorist organisation by countries including the US, UK, Canada and Australia. The Israeli Defence Minister says the fighting is advancing well.
We are dismantling regiment after regiment. I can tell you that 12 Hamas regiment commanders have already been eliminated. We will reach everyone, the commanders and the field fighters.
Hamas firing back, a projectile hitting a residential area in southern Israel. And here, the Iron Dome system intercepting a number of rockets over Tel Aviv. Hamas releasing this footage of what it says are its fighters firing at Israeli soldiers. In the video, armed men vow to take revenge. As well as killing 1,400 Israelis and foreign nationals last month, Hamas took more than 230 hostage. Their families once again taking to the streets of Tel Aviv to demand the government do more to secure their safe return.
I'm here today to shout to our government and for all of the world, bring them back today.
Hamas says more than 60 hostages are missing, blaming Israeli airstrikes. Abby O'Brien, SBS World News.
Thank you for watching our digital media, and thank you for your support.